Monday begins Black History Month, and to help celebrate the rich history of African Americans right here in Columbus, a new book is about to be released.
Yeah, it's called Columbus Black History. So images from our past, and the author of the book, Rita Fuller-Yates, is joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
All right, so this is great. So why was it so important for you to write this book?
Well, it was really important for me to write it as a lifestyle expert, to fill in that gap, to be a resource, to bring awareness of the African American experience that we created for over 200 years. We've been a part of the story since its very beginning in 1812. So I wanted to make sure that we prove the story and no longer be a part of the oral history that we normally are used to.
And tell us about some of the stories that you include in the book.
Well, that's what's really amazing about the book. So normally a book like this is confined of leaders and let people who've created legacy, and we have those in the book as well. But we talk to everyday people. We have Ernest Calloway, who actually was the boxing coach at Windsor Recreation Center. But we also have an interview in there with Dr. Gene Harris, who was the first African-American superintendent for Columbus Public Schools. So you can expect a diversified amount of different people in the book.
That's great. And now we were just showing a little graphic history you can touch, because some of them are still living, right?
Yeah, and that's actually what I try to talk about when we talk about the importance of learning local history. Is history books are normally something you can be inspired by, encouraged by, but local history is something you can touch. And when you touch history, you normally can change people's lives in different ways that we have no idea we can do. We started a Columbus Black History book or group on Facebook. And so many people were inspired by learning their memories, hearing about their childhood experiences. And this is what really inspired us to write the book, because so many people wanted to know about their history.
Yeah, and then I guess, that comes to, for you, why was it so important to tell, the history of just everyday people?
Well, I was born and raised here in Columbus, Ohio, born in the thick of Bronzeville on Long Street. And I had no idea that the people who sat around me was major historic figures. We took them for granted. So to avoid that from happening to the next generation, I wanted to make sure that we had a source and a resource that they could see our impact. And that's why we included people that are living in the book, so that in the future, it'll be history, and they'll know the significance, the people that made a significant role in our communities today.
And how long did it take you to write this book? I mean, you're always doing something. I mean, how did you find the time?
Yeah, I gotta fill in the gap to make sure that we're given those resources so that we're constantly learning. I've been working on it for over a year. It actually was a team of us. I have some contributing authors who helped bring in some content and some images. And we wanted to make sure we created a book of images to make learning easy. It's not a textbook. So we did that with the intention of knowing that we live in a society that we have short attention spans. So people can grab that, spark the information, and Google what it is that they may want to learn more about.
All right, so if they want to learn more about this, where can they find your book?
They can find it on our website at ritafuller-yates.com, and it'll be available as of February 1st.
That is wonderful. Rita, thanks so much for joining us. So great to catch up with you.
And stay stylish. Love the bow tie.
Oh, thank you. I had to show up for you ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, we love it. All right. Thanks, Rita.